Good morning and welcome to week 1 of Mrs. Beaufeaux's at-home art challenge. I'm Mrs. Beaufaux and this is baby Delilah.
Mommy, what you doing?
This is my helper, Thea. She wants to help. We're going to make salt dough and then we're going to make some Easter egg ornaments out of the salt dough. So today we're going to need 3 ingredients. One ingredient is flour. At our house, we keep our flour in a bag so that the dust doesn't go everywhere. You're gonna need salt. My salt might look a little different than yours because it's canning and pickling salt. Regular salt that comes in the cylinder works as well. And we're gonna need some water. Here we have our big bowl.
Yay.
We need 4 cups of flour. Can you show them our measuring cup? Can you pick that up? Yeah, it's right here. It's a 1 cup measuring cup. And I go in and I scoop it out. And as I'm scooping, I'm going to press against the side of my bag to make a nice level cup. And then Thea's gonna help by doing that. Okay, how many of these do we need? We need 4. So and then we're done with our flour. So go ahead.
And mix it up.
Ooh, not yet. We're almost gonna mix it up. How many cups of salt?
4.
1 cup of salt. So here we go. So instead of using 1 whole cup, I brought another tool that's called a half cup. How many halves make 1 whole? We need 2 scoops of this to make 1 big scoop of this. My box is little, so this one fits better. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, see how easy that was? That scooped right in there. Now, we use this salt for making pickles. We use it when we can things like our corn in the fall. So that's why it looks a little different. So here's 1. How many scoops?
1.
Yep, 1 scoop. So how many more do we need?
2.
We need 2 scoops total. So we've already given 1 scoop. So here's our number 2 scoop. Ready? Excellent job. So my big helper, Thea, is going to help combine those ingredients together. Those are the dry ingredients. How much warm water did we get? We got 1.5 cups of warm water. Now we're going to slowly pour it in, and as we pour it, we're going to go around in a circle, kind of making a shape like a snail or a cinnamon roll. So the reason why I'm starting it is that it's a little difficult to get started, but then we get to be a little messy with it. And Sweet Pea loves that. Don't you? Do you like to get messy?
No.
What? Okay, let's get your hands in there. Okay, get in there. Now, we talk about texture at this point. Okay, friends, we mixed it all up, and this is about as big as ours got. Thea, did you have fun mixing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want this one? Okay, show them. This is from one of our mixers. We've got our masher that we use when we make banana bread or mashed potatoes. We've got a spoon with some holes. We've got a rubber spoon. We've got our whisk that we used before. We've got our spatula, and then we've got this, which is like a little vegetable holder that then I use on the mandolin in front of our workspace right there. And then, what do we do with this? We can put it down. Oh, we also have a rolling pin. So we can roll it out, like maybe we're gonna make some cutout cookies. That's another thing you could use. You could use some cookie cutters with this. And you pick it up and you move it. And if it ever starts to get sticky, what can you do? You can take more of that dry flour salt mixture that you have left over, or maybe just some salt of your own. What our eggs ended up looking like. We took a cup, and go ahead and show them what you did with the cup. We pressed it into the dough and we made a circle, and then we used our fingers to make it look like an egg. Can you pinch the top? Yeah. We added some different textures to our eggs. For these side ones, we used a fork. On the bottom was a whisk, and on the top was that vegetable holder. I used the bottom of my water glass and our potato masher. I've put them all on our baking sheet. I've preheated the oven to 325 degrees. You have another one over there. We're gonna put that in the next batch. Stick it in your oven for about 1 hour. Take it out, let them cool down. Because they have no yeast or baking soda or anything that's a rising component, they're gonna stay about the same size, so you don't have to worry about too much of a margin between your egg designs. And we're back! It's been about an hour. My salto timer went off, and now I'm going to use my hot mitts, to take them out of the oven. This is a step for moms and dads to make sure that little hand stays safe. As you can hear, I put Delilah down for this, and she's not too pleased. So here are what our eggs look like now that they are out of the oven and cooled down. Now we have a lot of paints at home because I love to paint. If you don't have paint at home, you can mix a little bit of food coloring with water. You can color them with crayons or even markers, and that works as well. Then you just slip a little ribbon or a little yarn through the hole and make your deliveries. Some ideas with which you can use your Easter eggs. You can use them for decorations outside on your trees when it's dry. Right now today it's a little snowy, so it might be too wet to put them outside. You deliver them to your neighbors in your neighborhood to bring them a little bit of Easter cheer. You could hang them on their doorknobs or put them in their mailboxes with a little note saying, I hope you're staying safe and enjoying this beautiful time of the year with your family.